Max, how you doing?
Well.
We're here at the fabulous Moog Circus tent.
Yeah.
You guys always have a lot of fun with your kind of your booths, and this looks to be one of the most ambitious I've seen yet.
Yeah.
With the blimp and everything.
Yeah. Well, I think synthesizers in general can be a more technically focused type of instrument, so we make an effort to try to add a little bit of fanciful presentation, make them feel more approachable and fun, despite the fact that they're very professional instruments themselves.
Oh,
but
of course.
yeah, encouraging people to feel more at ease, to experiment and just play with the instruments essentially.
So what we look at, you've got a bunch of stations here. I mean, this is I hesitate to use the word Holy Trinity, but it really is, isn't it? It's the three, starting with the Mother 32, which is, I did a review. I think I had 3 stacked up, and it just sounds lovely.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Obviously the DFMA and the Superbooth.
Yes. Well, so this is our Moog Sound Studio 3-tier bundle with, the DFMA, Subharmonicon, and Mother 32. And Steve Dunnington, who's the engineer who sort of conceived of all of these instruments, always had the intention or vision of creating a 3-tiered system where you can have something that's more focused on percussive elements, a classic lead and bass line generator, and then something more experimental that can give you polyphonic material or allow you to explore some more exotic territories than traditional synthesizers do. And one benefit of our bundle is for less than the price of buying the 3 instruments individually, you also get, the case that normally you'd buy separately. You get a nice cable rack in the back.
Neat.
There's a dust cover with a custom print on the inside that comes with the Sound Studio. And then the company also spent time developing a fun card game that allows you to slowly build up patches and just kind of randomly build patches based on how you shuffle the cards.
It's like a more explicit Eno kind of vibe,
Yes,
isn't it?
exactly. Some similar ideas there, but just a way to maybe if you feel yourself repeating patching ideas to kind of break out and explore something that you might not have if you were sitting there thinking about how you're patching and using some chance operation to help build up concepts for people.
It's really interesting because a lot of these things seem very, very simple on the outset. Like certainly the Mother 32, it's kind of like, we're used to seeing so many options.
Yeah.
But actually, true to the original concept of synthesis, there's so much that can be done with so little if you kind of get inside it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think particularly with semi-modular instruments, allowing you to sort of reroute your signal flow allows you to explore some new ideas once you feel that you're familiar with the sort of hardwired configuration that the instruments come with. You can then expand, or if you have Eurorack modules, you can add functionality to something that wasn't there before. And all of these are also obviously rack mountable in a Eurorack environment. So if you continue to want to expand beyond the 3-tier system, that's an option. But this is sort of our idea about being able to compose a song entirely within this 60 HP ecosystem. And you'll also notice that we include a summing mixer that allows you to power all the instruments from one power supply, as well as route them all so that
comes with the pack.
Yeah, it comes with the pack, and you can listen to all 3, and then there's an extra 4th output if you want to incorporate another external instrument in and be able to mix them with your 3-tier system.
And I don't suppose you've got any pricing information for what this runs at. I mean, dollars or euros is fine. If you've got any of that,
off the top of my head, I don't remember. I think it's somewhere around $19.99 US.
Okay. You've got something running here, right? So,
yes.
Okay.
I built a little patch so we can listen to it. I'm gonna put my headphones just so I can hear. And I'll introduce all the elements separately so you can hear what each instrument's contributing.
And maybe you can turn a card and we can see what happens.
Yeah, that's true too. So here's what the DFAM is currently doing. And so I'm currently using VCO1 to generate the main kick drum. And then I'm using VCO2 with a little bit of FM from VCO1 to generate this more almost hi-hat dissonant sounds that are playing throughout. If I open the filter, you really be able to hear more of that texture going on at the top. And then the Mother 32 right now is playing a classic pulse width modulated square wave bass line.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Sort of giving that classic big Moog sound.
Yeah, nice.
And then the Subharmonicon, I have a little chordal pattern playing through. This obviously, the way that you approach harmony is very different from a polyphonic synthesizer, because not only is the voice paraphonic, but because the sub-oscillators are derived from the oscillator that they're associated with, you have three oscillator groups that are moving in parallel according to the sequencer. So it can be fun to explore the Subharmonicon, and I find I end up with very different chordal material than I would if I was sitting in front of the
Yeah, but it'll follow essentially, you know, yeah. Okay, so I think we should turn a card, right?
Yeah! Well, let's look. We can start with starting card. Oh, wait. Cards.
You've got a faulty pack.
Well, at trade conventions, I think sometimes people...
Okay, so that's even more challenging.
Yeah, yeah. But let's say we can go... actually, Mother 32 Gate. We'll start with that card and place another card. We're matching the velocity of the sequencer knob positions to the range at the bottom right. So we're going to look for switching our velocity knobs on the DFAM to match this range. And then we can see that it's telling us to feed the gate from Mother 32 into the VCO linear FM.
Okay.
And admittedly, since this is chance, you might not always end up with the most beautiful results, but it's just meant to inspire people to break out of their typical patching style.
Turn down the Subharmonicon a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got a bit more intensity to it, hasn't it?
And then it's, if we have the noise here, we can say, keep going until we end up with location, bottom. So feeding the noise from Mother 32 to the trigger input on the Subharmonicon.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of fun. Maybe we turn that down a little bit, just so we can hear each other speak. So, Max, thank you for being game. I mean, you know, that could have gone anywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, can you get the cards separately, or is it just...
Yes, right now they're not available separately, but eventually the cards will be available separately. We'll also have dust covers available separately, although the 3-tier have a special print on the inside that won't be on the separately available dust cover. And then the cable rack will also be available, so people will be able to add things. For now, the mixer is not going to be available separately. That comes with the bundles, but all the other stuff will be available to be purchased.
I think we're about to start the live stream, so we have to be... Thank you, Max.
Yes, of course. Absolutely. Thank you.